this is Aya and welcome to my island. Today I am super excited because we are finally going to finish an area that I have left empty for quite some time. I'm talking about this area right here. So as you can see, my island is themed from Greece, and specifically the entrance is kind of like Cyclades Island, like Mykonos and Santorini. So we're actually going to recreate a church in Ia of Santorini. I'm gonna show you the picture so you know what I'm talking about, and we're gonna use some tricks to do forced perspective to kind of create this illusion that there's a building there. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so the star of the show is going to be the silo. You can craft this. I think you can get the recipe from Nook's Miles, and if you customize it to blue, you get the blue roof, which kind of looks like the roofs in Santorini and like specifically the churches that have round roofs. So by placing the item there, and then we are going to put a cliff in front of it to kind of hide the bigger part of the silo. We'll go on top and we will use this white path so that it kind of looks like a roof. And in front of the cliff we are going to place simple panels. I have customized them with this adorable design that looks like the windows in Greek churches. I am going to have the link in the description below as always. So I'm gonna use about 4 of them to start. And then we are going to go a little bit behind to see how the perspective is working. So you cannot see the silo anymore, you can just see the roof, which is what we want. But I think it will be a little bit better if we move it further back. Yep, now you cannot see the grey at all from this perspective. So we are going to extend the cliff a little bit since this is looking good. And I want the church to be a little bit bigger. So now we are going to try and create this illusion of a belfry. I got this idea from Twitter by using the white rattan vanity item, and if you like turn it around, I feel like the shape kind of looks like the belfry in my reference photo. And again, if we hide the lower part by using panels, these are not customized yet, we're gonna customize them after. Nothing to see here, Sky. Not yet, at least. Go away. Okay, so here we go. I feel like it kind of creates this illusion that it's a belfry, so I'm gonna go with it. I think it looks cute. So since I am going to keep those panels, let's customize them. I feel like our church is going to need a door. And I'm gonna create one more panel with windows. I might change them to simple white after, but for now I'm gonna do it like full with windows and remove them after if I don't like them. So I feel like our foundation looks good, but now we just have to kind of like soften the hard edges around the structure. I'm gonna use stone fences a little bit, and I want to bring some life into the picture as well, so I want to use trees. But I do have a problem with the trees, which I'm going to borrow this tree to demonstrate. So I feel like full-grown trees are a little bit too big and they kind of ruin this perspective that we're trying to create. So see, the tree is almost bigger than our whole church, and it's kind of like higher than the silo. So instead of using a full-grown tree, I have a large tree which is one stage before it's fully grown. And by planting a fruit somewhere close to it, it has to be a fruit, not just another tree, I can freeze it in that state, so it will stay small and cute forever, and I feel like the perspective looks much better this way. So sorry for the cat, I had to move the tree one tile backwards because I didn't like it there. So I'm just using some hedges to hide the sapling of the fake tree that I planted that's never gonna grow. And I'm gonna use some stone fencing in the front so it kind of looks like the plants are inside the church. So I feel like the edges are much softened now, which is really cute. And I'm going to place a bench in this corner here. I feel like this will be good to kind of force visitors to be in the right place when they want to like take pictures or just look at the structure, because with forced perspective it can kind of ruin it if you are standing in the wrong spot. And I'm going to do the same thing with the tree on the left side. And I'm gonna do the same thing by placing hedges. And don't forget to plant a fruit. I am doing it diagonally because it's easier to hide that way. I already had a nursery tree from somewhere else. So yeah, I think like this looks good, but this might be a good opportunity to extend the church a little bit. Since the tree is a bit further to the left, I think I can afford to have one more tile of cliff and one more panel. And I think I should probably do a third vanity up there. Sorry for the cut, but I had to go to my storage to get the third vanity. And I also extended the stone fencing a bit to the left to like box the area around the church. Yep, I think that 3 of them is looking good. You can barely see the third one anyway, but I think it's cute that the tree is half hiding it. For some reason I really wanted to have this garbage pail in the corner there. I think that because it's like in the corner in the far back, it just feels natural to have a garbage pail, and it's blue, so it matches the theme. So it's already time for decorating. I love using plants in this area and in general keeping it minimal. I use a lot of floating biotop planters, but I'm not quite sure which color I want to go with yet. I am going to use some iron fencing to kind of give this feel that there is an iron door there. I even considered closing the whole thing off, but that looks weird. Okay, so maybe a little bit more fencing around the area. I am mixing the iron fencing and the stone fencing. I feel like they look good together because they are both very muted, but if you use too much stone, it looks too dull. But then again, using too much blue looks weird too because it's transparent, so it's not really blocking off things that you don't want to see. So I'm doing a lot of trial and error to figure out what type of decorations I want. And I went back to my storage to get a candle or something, which would look natural in a church. But I'm trying lots of different tables that would kind of fit. I brought like 4 different tables, I think. So you're gonna see this change a lot, but depending on the theme of your island and your area, any of them could work. Honestly, I like the antique mini table the best, but I'm still gonna try to see what it looks like with the wooden one, which I didn't like because it's too tall. And the legs are like bigger than the windows, so it kind of breaks the illusion that we've created. As you can see, I'm going back and forth a lot because when you're working with forced perspective, it doesn't really matter what things look like up close. It's a good idea to go behind and see if they blend in with the environment and if the illusion you're trying to create is still intact. I'm using one more biotop planter here. I decided to go with the brick just to have a little bit different color. I mean, it matches with the trees and the mini table, and it's not something that you see a lot anyway. It's just hidden in a corner. Make sure people don't go to the left and see the mess that's behind it. And I'm also gonna use garden lanterns. I'm not using the street lamps because again they are like huge and they look bigger than the doors, and I think it's weird. And with the lanterns I can actually hide the gap between the two fences too. So yeah, this is where I'm going to leave it at. I feel like this is good enough for me. I like to keep things minimal. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you do. Check out my Instagram and Twitter and tweets in the description below. And I'm gonna see you soon. Bye!